That's it, Karl. Yeah.
So there are so many things, but one thing that is common for everyone, I think, is to create sites. Dave, you are doing that already for your clients, and that would be interesting sometime to listen to how you approach to get those clients, because I think that can be useful for many. I mean, for my own purpose, I do for my own companies
Yeah.
in Europe and in Russia, and I do some just for fun, some pro bono job for some political parties. I did a couple, and some community pages,
Yeah. Yeah.
but not really something that forces me to accept my own to make money on it.
Yeah.
But for local business, we have a lot of different kind of templates. We have templates in the different kind of WordPress site builders or whatever, but uh, in many cases, I think for simple local business sites, there is. Hi, Mike. Good to see you.
Hello, Mike.
So for simple local business sites, sometimes WordPress can be overkill,
Yeah.
uh, the more you add to a WordPress site, the more moving parts, the more can break.
Yeah.
We all know that, right? And also on our hosting, we might not have the problem with speed, but in general, a HTML page or site can be, I would say, better for simple local pages. And we have, which I'm paying actually $47 a month for, a
Mm.
program platform called Rapify. I haven't promoted it. I don't even think I have it on the invitation page because because I didn't promote it. That's so simple. So that's what I want to show you, know, because
Mm.
I see that this is really getting better and better. And this guy Jack Hoffman, he is adding things to it all the time. So there are coming not only new templates, but also now there are funnels also. So if I can share my screen,
Right. And let me just
let's
make sure you
jump into it.
can just
Host disabled participant screen
right.
sharing, so you
Let me
have to
just
enable it.
change that. I'll enable that, and you should be good to go, Karl.
Right. Screen two. Let's take the full screen.
There we go. There we are. Yeah, that's cool.
Now you should be seeing that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and let me say now, I'm logged in as a sub-user, and that's the access you will have. I call myself here free wrap,
Yeah.
which, yeah, it doesn't matter really. So, first of all, what you have here is very comprehensive tutorials and PDF also for, so you have access to everything that I have as a main account holder.
Yeah.
You have here for tutorials. Just don't use this appointment on Skype. Well, maybe you can, I don't know, but I don't think Jack will really appreciate everyone jumps on. If you have some questions about this which is not answered in those tutorials, just hit me up and I will help you out.
Okay.
So having said that, how you start with this is the best way is to go to niches. So let's say, for example, let's go through this just to see. We have the upgrade here. In the basic version, which is a one-time cost, there are only 12 niches. We have up to, I think, 200 something. So you can see what I want to do now is to create a site just from a template.
Yeah.
Just show how you customize it with your clients or your own details, and then how you very easily can post it, or what's called deploy it on our club hosting. Do we have any preferences? Somebody want to have some of this? I will not open up all.
Well, I think the used car dealer has always been the bane of my life. I do have one, and I actually had to customize it for him quite considerably, Carl. So that would be at least.
This used car dealer.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that.
Okay, I will just show you how it looks like first. As you can see, it's quite modern. It has the sub pages. And what is interesting with these templates, it's not like the templates you buy, the generic templates, because here they have actually content specifically for the niche that you are choosing. So in principle, you can use it as it is, but you have to localize it maybe and customize it. But still, you get a lot of, let's say, pre-loaded. You don't have to think too much. You can just work and change it. And that, I think, is a very, very good thing with this, which differs. So this is how it looks like. Let's now go back to this one, so you can view it and you can use it. So let's use it. Okay.
Yeah, so that was a preview then, and now you've got into the use to.
Here you come into
modify.
the builder itself.
Yeah.
And it's, I must say, this is one of the better HTML builders I have seen. It beats, definitely beats, what's it called, the cloud funnels, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what it has, it's the builder itself, where you can have all these different sections which you can add.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything you might need if you don't have it in the template from beginning. For example, videos you can add very easily if you want to.
Yeah.
So what you then do if you want to change company details, instead of going in and edit in all places here, you do it from one central place. For example, the company details.
Yeah.
Here you have the default, and then you write what you want here, and then it changes all over the site. Wherever there is an email, wherever there's a phone number, it will be changed to whatever you put in here.
Yeah.
And you can add a custom also.
That's cool.
Whatever you want here.
Mm-hmm. Just going back to that, if we were collecting details for looking at this so far, if when you're speaking to a client, we can build a website, but it's so important we get the information from them. Well, we could create a form, couldn't we, where they fill this in, and then we just get the information from the form to copy and paste it in, some of these details.
Yes, or I mean, how many, let's say, who are doing this, and Jack also in his training, he recommends that you find a company, a local company in your neighborhood or wherever, that doesn't have a very beautiful site, have a slow loading site or whatever, and then you just take the details from there. You take the logotype, you take the contact details, and you create a new
and
site
show them what you can do,
and
if they like it,
It will take you 5 to 10 minutes to do that from the original site. You can even pick up the images if you want to, and easily change it.
Yeah.
So, and then you just show them, look here, I have a new site for you. What do you think? Are you willing to pay it? And then you say that you will host it for them on a faster host. And I mean, you can do it very, let's say, very low cost for the client, or high cost. It depends, but
Yeah.
it's very easy job for you. So here, of course, you can change. You can add pages. You can edit the pages in here after you have changed it. Let's look at the site settings more. By the way, you can change the slider on the front page. You can add a schema for SEO. You can choose color schemes. You can make your own, or you can choose something. As you see now, it will change all over the site to whatever you want.
Yeah, nice. I think I have used Rapify, I think, in the past, Karl, but not to any great extent.
You made a. I remember, Dave. You tried it. You made a site. I don't know what happened to that site, but for a while I canceled my subscription. But then I came back because I see that
There seems
this
to be,
beats.
yeah, there's more in it. There seems to be more in this now than what there was previously.
Yeah, this beats, I think, all other local site builders. Hands-on, it is absolutely the best one. You can set the home page to whatever you want here, just like in WordPress. You have the ADA system for the
that's cool.
you will see how it looks later. You can have the social reviews if you want to. This I'm not very good at myself. You have a blog where you can
Post forms.
Where you can make your posts.
Yeah.
Testimonials, and here is a very interesting thing. You can actually change language already from beginning. It's of course a Google translation, but let's say I want to make this this page in
Well, you can check the authenticity if you go to Swedish.
I can make Swedish, yeah, for example. Can do that. It will not show here now, but it will show when it's
when you publish it.
So of course I will not go through this now and edit everything, but
so let's assume then we've edited all that. So the next stage then is to publish, to take it from there.
So and then when we are ready with this, I think I will go back to another color scheme because it doesn't look very nice. Let's reset it to
blue.
When you are ready, you have to give it a site name before you can actually do any kind of auditing here. Let's say they call it Car1 to make it simple. And we save it. Now you have two variants here to publish it. You can download
the whole package.
The whole page in a zip file.
Yeah.
And it will come down to your download folder on your computer. But then you can also publish it to some different, you can have it on Rapify. Actually you can't, because I don't recommend, because if you choose to publish on Rapify, you have to pay $10 extra per month.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary because you.
So hosting, then all we'd need is a domain name there, would we, for that? Oh, that's order domain for hosting on Rapify.
Yeah, so
okay.
let's say
That's
it's easy
on,
if you do a subdomain, but I don't recommend any of those because they
no.
all cost extra and
Yeah.
it's not needed. So either you download it and upload it, or you use the FTP.
FTP. Yeah.
And FTP is very simple to do. Let's do like this, that I will, no, I don't see, so. I will go into my control panel of one of my test accounts here, and I will just quickly create a subfolder to this.
Yeah.
Actually, I will create.
Are you going to
a
put the zip file in there, or are you going to get the FTP
Well, I
details?
will use the direct FTP.
Yeah.
The advantage to using the direct FTP is that when you edit on Raptify, you can just push it out the changes
Oh, okay.
directly to your
That's
FTP.
cool. Yeah.
So I will
You can do
let's
that.
do it the traditional way. Let's say like this.
You could just upload that and extract it, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
from a zip file, drop it into a folder, and just
Yeah.
simply extract it.
I will do that now.
That's just as easy. Download, upload,
Yeah,
extract.
but to do it the other way, as I said, then means that you can push
Yes. Push
changes.
the updates to
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I've looked at it because it'll be some things slight there that. Well, that's quick enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a small file actually.
Yeah. Extract here. Get our index. Yeah, that looks like it's there. Ooh,
So
yeah,
there you have it.
yeah,
So I mean, you it's really hard to get a faster deployment of
that's quick, isn't it?
a full site. All these forms you can edit in the back end.
Yeah,
And then, of course, when you have it here, you can just use the ordinary. You can use the ordinary editor here to make small detail changes.
changes, yeah, yeah,
You can use the whatever
Yeah.
editor you like to use. So it's. So, no, how do you like this?
yeah. Can you actually just do an individual page, Karl, if you wanted to? You don't have to do a full site, do you? Can you just
Yeah,
do the
you
layout of
can.
one of a one page?
You can. Let's
Because one of the things,
look at another variant.
one of the things I'm working with at the moment is for a client that does training. When they complete the evaluation form, what it does, it sends it back in as a form, but then I take the form and put it in a PDF style, which they are familiar with, which they generally use as hard copies. But I also then take the information from that form to populate a certificate, generate the certificate for them from the details from the form. And that requires me to create a HTML template, if you like, where the details from the form can be populated to produce a nice display.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably you can do that here, but you have to play with it, I think, to see what you really can do.
Yeah, I'll revisit that.
So in this, here you create an ordinary page from scratch, but you can still use
All the information, to bring it together. Yeah,
use everything here.
yeah,
So that will create one page, only one index page.
yeah.
But then you also have full funnels. Which is not really niche dependent, but you can use them for other things.
Yeah.
And this has just been added lately. So, in one way, they are niche dependent. Well, they are more generic.
Yeah.
Let's say like this. So
Certainly, there's a lot more in it than what there used to be.
yeah, I don't know how many you have here, but it's useful. I mean, there are squeeze pages, and there are well, you can see here yourself now quite a lot.
Mm. Mm.
And they're nice. They're a little
Quite
bit
attractive as
unusual
well.
also.
Very attractive. Nice, professional, clean, crisp.
And I must say they are very well made. All of those. They are easy to use and so on. And you deploy them in exactly the same way like you did before. There is a small. I think it's a bug actually in the program. I just opened a ticket about it because what you will see here now is that when you come back here, there is no edit.
Okay. From your site itself.
There should be, according to the tutorial, there should be an edit button also. It is on my main page, but not here. So that might be. You can clone it and you can start over again if you want, but that's of course not a very good.
No, yeah, you ought to be able to go back into it. Yeah.
Especially not if you use the push variant.
Charging a maintenance fee. Yeah.
In principle, that's what I wanted to.
Well, that's improved a lot on the first time I tried it, Karl. There's a lot of work gone into that, from what I can see from the past. So I'll have to revisit that.
No, and you can create banners.
Yeah.
I didn't try myself actually.
I must say that most of the clients that I use, I mean, I always tend to stick with WordPress because I know it so well, and I think I tend to expect others to be able to pick it up quite easily as well, but they can't. A majority of the people I do sites for are really quite naive when it comes to these kinds of things. So the WordPress is quite a steep learning curve for them, and they just don't seem to do it, to be honest. This might be a better option for them.
Yeah. I hear you a little bit better. I think there's something wrong with my headset here.
I don't know.
But in principle, I'm ready with this. You request this as everything else, and I will set you up with a sub-user account. Mm-hmm. Which you can do exactly what you have seen me doing here right now. Yeah. And of course, on your club hosting, or you can do it on your own wherever you have your server. Yeah. Wherever you have your hosting, you do exactly like I did now.
That's very good.
That's about it.
That's excellent, Karl. Thank you. Shall we switch to Sam now? I think Sam's got something you'd like to show people.
I stopped sharing.
Give you a break.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to answer any questions.
Yeah. Has anyone got any questions in particular? I mean, about Rapify, Karl, or anything? Anything at all?
Yeah.
Anyone? Sam?
Have you used
Oh, yes,
anything
Jill.
else?
Yes, please, come on, Jill. Yeah.
Just try, but it says give your desired name of the store, and it's a bit difficult without knowing what it's going to do. Is anybody using the store domain name?
Storecom.
Basically, it says it. I guess none of you have used it.
I haven't.
It doesn't say where from. I just wondered where it's pulling from. I don't know if Karl's used that. Have you?
The store eco. Used it, I must admit that.
I'm just trying to think of the one I had some time ago. It wasn't Storecom. Can't think.
Is it that one, Jill, you mean? I put in chat. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, that's
It's a little bit.
Sorry, Karl.
It's a little bit tricky. We should have access there to both O201 and O202. I don't remember now what they really contain, but there's no direct access. So every time I create an account there, I have to ask them to update, and sometimes I do, and sometimes nothing happens.
Yeah.
So it's
maybe that's something we can look at for you
not
then, Jill.
straightforward.
Yeah. See if we can actually get some answers for you on that. Then something to look into.
Did you get your account there, Jill?
No, basically because it says give a domain name. At the time I asked for it, because I have no idea what it's going to pull.
We can.
Products because it says it will do physical products and digital products, but it doesn't say where from. So I was a bit confused. But I could just
let me show you quickly how this. So it looks like this when I create your accounts. I just need.
The store name is what you were
this one.
talking about, I think, Jill, isn't it?
It's this store name which I'm asking for. But if you don't give that, I mean, I can give you any name.
Yeah, but you want that to be representative of what you're selling, Jill, I think. Is that what the point you're trying to make there?
I presume so. I really.
Jill, tell
I
me.
was just going to try and build one, but.
If you tell me what you want, I will put something.
And just try, because you might be able to edit it once you're inside it, actually.
Well, say I was going to pull dog products or something, then. See, that's what I don't know. What it's pulling from where.
No, it's just a subdomain name on their page. Let me put whatever.
But when it imports products, where do the products come from? Is what I was asking.
Is it like pulling in from Amazon or something like that, or those are what's the other ones?
No, let's have a look. It can be. What do you want to call it, Jill?
Dog care, pet care.
Pet care.
Pet care.
So then you let's see.
That looks like you can change its name there. Is that, I don't think that's fixed, is it, when it says pet care? The store name, is that editable, Carl?
Just trying to see here where you add your eyes here and products. Now there should be a gang of products here, but they are of course in the no, you should have 500 products in the front end. Let's see.
But like, is it from AliExpress or somewhere like that?
Yeah, let's find out. Okay, Jill, I will find out and get back to you about that, and I will also upgrade. Ask them to upgrade to the other two. By the way, let me see. Let me log out. I think I have. No, it seems like I didn't add any on my own either.
Yeah, it seems to be lacking an import, doesn't it? Not sure where that is. Good question, Jill.
Well, it's really weird because it says physical and digital.
Yeah.
And yet it doesn't say where.
Yeah, okay, I need to find out. I thought there should be a welcome page somewhere.
Well, shall we leave that for the time being, Carl, and see if Sam wants to come in and do something that he's prepared?
Yeah, it's not for all interest probably.
Okay.
So let's see that and go to Sam.
Yeah, Sam, could I invite you to take charge and do what you would like to do?
Sure. I'll share a couple tools with you guys.
Yeah.
Let me get to the screen here.
There we go.
Okay. All right, I'm going to share. Let's see if we can move this bar. How do you know how to move this panel on the top? Oh, there we go. Just grab it. I got it.
Yeah. Are you sharing your browser, aren't you? You're sharing your browser, yeah.
Yeah, are you seeing the browser?
Yeah, I've seen the browser. Yeah.
Okay, good. When I was in the club, lately I've been trying to do some story videos and things along those lines, and I've tried a few products in the club, and I was quite surprised that I hadn't seen this one. That's right here. It's in the video section, video and audio marketing tools.
Yeah.
And it is Paul Pona's video dashboard, and he makes pretty decent products. Although I found something interesting about this, Karl. I don't know if you heard, but this was sold part of it with a trending aspect to it, but it's not really important for what you need to do. So I didn't really care, but I logged into this and started doing some videos, and I was really surprised when I got in the back of this, how easy this was to use. And when you get to the home page, you're presented with a social calendar, which is kind of nice. So if you want to get information out there and start being social on the various social sites, This is going to allow you to do it really easily. Although the calendar's a bit outdated, it's still actually today was National Puppy Day. This one I had to change because of the date, but it seemed to have moved everything. So now everything is right. I changed this one on Monday to Tuesday, and now it seems like it's updated. So this is a social calendar that will allow you to just take a video like this one today. I took this one, click on it, and it shows you a little preview of it. It's a real short video, interactive video for being social. And you can edit it if you want to, or you can simply just share and schedule it. Now, what I was really impressed with when I loaded up this tool is how excellent it connected to the social sites with no problem. I was able to connect, like, just click on Facebook and it literally would take you there. I've already connected my accounts, but it did a great job. Let me get back to that. It did a great job of connecting to the social sites. And there's actually, interestingly enough, there's a mobile application you can download for Instagram and TikTok because of the way they operate that allows you to actually, once you have the app downloaded, you can log into the app and the videos you created will be there. You can download them and re-upload them right to both of these accounts very quickly. I've been experimenting. I've never been on TikTok much, but there's so many people over there. And the site drives me crazy. I can't, it's just the stuff that goes on TikTok is bizarre, to say the least.
I got banned after 9 minutes, Sam. I got banned after 9 minutes. That's how long I lasted on TikTok.
Oh, but to put up it, but it's interestingly enough, I made a story with, I think, StoryPal and put it up 3 days ago when I opened an account. And I've had over 600 views on that video. And I've had a second video I did, I've had another 600 views. So there's traffic to be had. How to use it. And they're searching for things on the social sites, as are most social sites. Making sure you put hashtags. But back to this tool. So this is the front end social calendar that allows you, and you can schedule this out. I already did it for one. You can schedule this out. They're just cute little videos about whatever it is for the day, because they've decided every day needs to have a holiday attached to it to some degree. But so if I wanted to put this up on Facebook tomorrow on one of my accounts, I could just click that, pick my account. Oh, let's put it here. I could put some information and hashtags in here, and then set my schedule time and set it up, done, and I'm done. That's going to automatically go up to that social account. The drawback to this is that you do have to individually add these to each one. You can't do 9 social accounts at once, but if you could also flip this around, drop this video, save it, and put it into Viral Dashboard if you wanted to automate it that way. So the social calendar is interesting. When you get in, you're going to want to connect all your social accounts, and this is the area where you do that. It's really, really simple to do. It's just click. I've got all these accounts listed in here already to be able to post to Pinterest and to Facebook, Twitter, you name it. The account setup process is very simple. Just be logged in to whatever account you want to connect to. Like if you have multiple YouTube accounts or multiple LinkedIn or whatever, you have multiple social accounts on different platforms, make sure you're logged into them before you click on the button. It'll automatically take you to that account and set it up for you. So if I click on Twitter, it'll just say, I'm going to authorize this account for this one. Click on authorize. It drops you right back into it. So it does a great job of quickly adding your social accounts. So over to the meat of this. So once you get your social accounts set up, you can go to the template bank, and inside of here is templates already pre-designed for all of these platforms. So they're already sized right. They're ready to go. All you got to do is edit them and upload them. And as example, TikTok's more of a vertical up and down size video. And in here, turn that up a minute. In here, you could take this right here and change out the pictures, the videos in the background very simply, and then recreate that video in a minute or two if you have your graphics and things ready. and you're ready to go. You can create the video, and it renders very quickly. Karl, is this on your server? Is this uses a white label? So is this on your server, or on your own server? I think you're muted.
No, it's on the server.
It is. Wow.
Yeah.
It works very well. When did this has been out for a while, hasn't it? This tool.
Yeah, I think it's getting close to a year old now.
It's impressive that he's maintained it and kept it running pretty well.
He do with all his products, actually. That's a good thing with him.
Yeah, the first one I got involved with, Paul Pona.
Yeah, and we have access to a lot of templates, bonus templates, premium templates. I mean, just for this one, for Facebook, you've got 4 pages of templates that you can quickly edit and swap out whatever you want in here. Most of them have nice music, but you can, if I go and create a video.
Of course, you can use these in the stories, can't you? The Facebook stories, these ones.
You can use them in Facebook stories.
Yeah.
You can use
Instagram.
them in Reels.
Yeah.
And I'm getting traffic through both of those. They seem to be very popular for traffic. I'm getting much better traffic using Reels and stories, real quick videos.
Yeah.
Is it converting? Well, I'm just playing with it at this point. So conversion is a different story.
Yeah.
But as far as traffic goes, I'm getting traffic. So I could swap out this media, and it's important. You do want to utilize the size there. We have several tools to manipulate images in our club, including Usign. It's a great tool. There's another one that Paul has that we have access to that also has a great design editor in it where you can manage your images. But you could quickly swap out your text and watch it as you're doing it right here. And so you could change the background, you could change your text. You do have to watch the size limits on it. Go to the next, whatever this is for this particular template, switch that out, and then you're off. There's another one, actually, this has more images in it. Some have just 1 or 2 images, some have 3, 4. This one has quite a few. This is a real estate one. Then you can put your information in here, and that's it. You're off to the races. You can choose colors at the end of it. And then you're going to just render the file. You can pick the music as well. So you can come in here, change your music. There's lots of music templates in here, as you can see, and you can swap out the music. Once you've done that, it's going to go to render, and then your video's done. So again, when you go into the template bank, you've got each one of these platforms with videos ready that are set up for that particular size that you can utilize. And then once you've got your video done, you go to my projects here. Once you've got this done, you can do multiple things with it. You can immediately share it from here. You could also take this. What I did today is I put 2 videos of this style and made 2 of them and then connected them together to make a 30-second video because it was more I wanted to add at the end of it. So I just used the same video, and was able to add some text to it with another video application. But once you're ready to go, you can download it at the bottom here. You can go right to share mode and click it to wherever you want to go. So again, once you've added these and done what you needed to do to these templates, like here's what I did. And, this is a bug in this, and that's actually this came up. When you're in your project areas, you have to, and you've looked at a video, you need to refresh the page to get to the next video.
Yeah.
So here's one here. Real quick video. I didn't even swap out the images. I just changed the text. And the video was, I changed that and did that probably in a minute or 2. And it was ready to go. And then I could download it or share it at that point. Anybody have any questions so far about this tool?
Sam, when you're marketing like this, are you marketing the club or the individual products that you're featuring in the adverts?
Both.
Both.
Depends. I'll do individual products and then hashtag them based on whatever the tool is
Yeah.
at times or whatever it relates to. Other times they're generic, like with the club. And again, this tool I just been started playing with, and I'm really liking it because it works very well to be able to create a quick video. You can combine the two of them, and you can even do custom videos as well. These are just some extras that were in here. I haven't played with this a whole lot yet, so I can't tell you a lot about the custom because I've been mainly in the template area using the various templates that are in here to create videos and then upload them for Instagram stories, Facebook. Because once you have an Instagram story, you can use it to Facebook Reel, Facebook stories. Again, with Instagram, because of the way they operate, you either can download it to your desktop or you can get the mobile app, and it will actually, you can just download the app, and once you have the app installed, you log into it, and then your videos, your finished product videos will show, and you can download them and then quickly re-upload them on your mobile phone. But they have a lot of emulators now too, so when he created this, I don't even think Instagram had any sort of desktop application. Now they do. So does TikTok. Both of them have a desktop application to upload things.
It's very similar process to the video app suite that he did probably four or 5 years ago now. Very, very similar concept.
I really like it. It's for us that don't want to spend hours creating videos, but you want to get some information in front of people really quick without having to spend hours and hours and hours, because video can get very complicated. This allows anybody with any skill level to come in here and create a decent looking video and get it uploaded to the various platforms and get in front of people. And then just being social, this is an area where sometimes we forget, because especially me, I tend to want to market. But just being social and adding social stuff up in between is important to be effective. And I'm learning that. It's been a lesson learned that
the thing I've learned with this is that to keep your profile in view of people, you have to be doing regular posts. Otherwise, you just sink to the bottom of the pile. You've got to be doing something, and even commenting or liking and doing things to, on other people's things to ensure that you're getting those people coming up on your wall all the time. You have to be proactive in that respect.
And sometimes there is an element, and there is some time on that, and commenting on other people. You're right. When you're on the other social sites, but this will allow you to come in and create. You could create 6-7 videos and schedule them for the week and be done. You could set it up where you could be done for the week with whatever platform you're operating on or want to get in front of people, depending on what business you're in and what you're doing. But most people have a Facebook page, so even if you're just using this to get a video up on a Facebook page or downloading it to put it up as a story, it's a great tool for that. And then jumping over from here, so if you created a really good video, you want to get it out to more platforms in one click, you could simply just go to your project of your created videos. Because now with, let's go to this one here. I was playing around with this. I don't really like the colors, but let's just use it for example. I'm going to download that. On my desktop here for now. And then I'm going to jump over. If there's no other questions about this tool and how it operates, I would recommend getting in if you want to do anything like this. It's great for creating these little short videos. Over in Viral Dashboard, now, if you haven't used Viral Dashboard, this is a tool. Oops, I've been timed out. I'm pretty impressed with. I've been back and forth with the people who built this tool. We have several tools that Karl we have in the club, I think, from the same group, including Royal Stock, and I think there's another tool in the club by the same group. Is it Webliska? Is the name of it, Karl, I think? But on Viral Dashboard, obviously, when you're first using it and you first log in, you want to set up your social accounts like any of these tools. So you can go to your social media and just start just simply start adding your accounts. It's very simple to do. The great thing with here, there's a couple flaws in this tool, but the great thing with this tool is you can set up your brands, and so when you're posting, if you have different brands that you're doing or different kind of posting you're doing, you can separate them inside this tool. And when you set up, it will be designed for that specific brand. You can see in this one I have 3 pages, 1 account, versus when I go over to this one, I've just got 1 page for this account. So when you get ready to post, that's important because you'll have it all set up and designed for a specific brand. So connecting these, there's a lot here. You got RSS feed, social media connect. If you're doing any sort of e-commerce, you can connect Shopify, WooCommerce, SD shops right into this. So when you're updating, all of that can be done from right back here. So once you've connected, set up a brand and connected your social accounts, and you can connect videos too. So YouTube accounts, Vimeo, Motiva, that's their other product. Movio is their other product they have. You can add that if you have an account there, which we already have in the club. That's a great product too that they built. Although we don't have a ton of hosting, the neat thing with all the products that Karl has in here for video hosting, you can kind of utilize multiple accounts and get a lot of video hosting. Now, for something like you were talking about earlier, Dave, I wouldn't recommend uploading a 2-hour video to those accounts because it's just going to take too much space. And we only get like 20, 30 gig, and a 2-hour video may be 5 gigs. You might just burned up a quarter of your account. So all these connection points, you've got all these connection points. You can also connect your blog. So you can connect your WordPress blog into this. And what that means as well, when you've got your blog connected in, and actually it's on my other account that I have 2 dashboard accounts. You can set this up so whenever you post your blog, they'll automatically pull that post in and push it out to wherever all the social media platforms that you designate it to. So there's a lot of automation in here inside the automation triggers that will allow you to do a lot of different things. Now, I know I'm talking about a lot of different things at once here, but these are all the automations you can set up to post to or from. So there's a lot in here that you can do. Like in this one, I've got a YouTube video to social media. So whenever I put up a YouTube video, it automatically grabs the video and posts it up to social media for me. So I don't have to do those kind of things. And it works well so far of what I've seen from that. So back to originally when we downloaded that video, if I wanted to just push it out to all my accounts that I have connected under this brand, we're going to go to the compose a post, and we now can upload videos in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that video. And it's very quick. It's not a huge video anyway, but that video is already almost uploaded. And I'm not on the fastest connection in the world where I am either. So we'll wait just a second for that to load.
Okay.
And there it is. So I connect that video there. I put together a post, just say, just for this demo purposes, so I'm going to just make this quick. Join the club today. We have every tool you need. Hashtags you would want to put in here, but there's even a better way to do the hashtags in this tool. Right down here, there's a hashtag button. If I click on that, move this out of the way now, back up there. You can select or create hashtags for whatever you're doing. So if I didn't have any, I would create a new set of hashtags. But let me go from select if I have some in here. I think I do. No, I don't really in this one, because I have another account that I've been using. But you can add your hashtags just like that and get rid of that one. Those are already pre-designed for whatever post you're doing. So if you're posting about, let's just say, social media marketing, you can have a set of hashtags already set up in one click and add them to there.
Right.
Now, if I had a long URL, this tool also has an automatic link shortener right here. I'll just type something in. So you can see how we're composing a post here. Say IamBuyersClub.com and say it's my affiliate link, and it's really, really, really long. I could just click on shorten link, and it'll automatically turn this into a bit.ly link right in the back. So it shortens up because you want every possible character you can get, and that when you're using multiple social accounts. I've got a post together. I've got the video all ready to go. The next thing I would do, so instead of having to post the one at a time in that other tool, I can combine these two tools. And now I can select all my accounts that I want to post to. Twitter accounts, LinkedIn account, Pinterest. I'll hit a couple spots on there. Done. So those are already all been set up in here. I've selected the accounts I want was supposed to go to. Now you can check. You can check to make sure you're fitting inside and what it's going to look like on the right-hand side here to make sure, and it tells you the number of characters remaining. So the only one you really have to worry about, and you could come in here and customize this for Facebook if you wanted to, and add a lot more content if you chose to. Twitter's the one that's the shortest, so I still have 108 characters remaining, so I could add more here. That's the one. Twitter's usually the one that's going to tell you you're over your character account. But then you can make your adjustments inside of here. If I was over it, I could just take out this for Twitter. Now it says I have 127 characters left, or 123. So if I was over still, I could take this out. It'll automatically adjust it to the whatever one you're in here, which is really a great feature. So LinkedIn, Pinterest. So if I have this all set up the way I want, the next step would be to go ahead and either publish it now or schedule it. The scheduling feature works great. I have stuff where it's just scheduled out for a few days at a time. So I come in here, I just say I want to schedule it for tomorrow. So I come in here and say 7 o'clock, let's say 7:40, schedule post, done. So now it's been, that post I just went through, set up, is now scheduled and ready to go out to all those accounts on autopilot. Fantastic. So that's without automation. That's with just coming in here and manually posting. What you can do with this tool once you've got it set up. And you've got all these features on the side that you can add to posts. So I could go and create another post. I could change brands if I had something else I wanted to do. And let's just go find a GIF. You can search for GIF. So they have a library that's built in already with all sorts of images, videos, memes, GIFs, quotes, you name it. So for being social, this tool will allow you to come in and let's just say, I'll try to come up with something, basketball. This isn't the right account for it, but. So I can put up a funny GIF and make a comment here and go through the same process pretty quickly. Add the accounts I want to. Again, you can see now that the Facebook pages have changed because I'm in a different brand. So the accounts that are here are specific to the brand that I've set up. Then I could go through the same process. Well, I have to select some accounts. Let's just select one there for now. Customize it. I know I'm okay because I put the text in there. And then again, schedule it, done. Another post, done. So it's really fantastic for that. And that's how you could take your projects out of here. And instead of posting them one at a time, although there are some social sites that are not here, you can do it either in here or bring it over and post it to all your accounts at once or schedule it for a later time. Another feature in this tool, one of my complaints of this tool is inside of the, let's go back to the dashboard, the main dashboard here. One of the
Discover, right?
It was happening in the well, the Discover's actually gotten better. They've been working on this. They've improved a lot. So if you want to just get something up in a specific market, let's just say digital marketing, and do a search. You can go look at any of these articles. There's something you like that you want to share with people. Here's one, useful hacks when starting your business. You can open that up. You can actually go and view the website. Look over the article. If this is something you would want to share with people, it's got useful information. You would just come back at that point and click this little icon right here that says compose. And it's dropped the link to the website, and I could add I could add a little of my own curated information here, you know, like here is when you get started online. And the shortener is still going to work. This is a good example because look how long that link is. I don't want that. I want space for my hashtags. That'll automatically take the link down. And now I could add my own hashtags in here. And I know I'm not going to be over on a site like Twitter. This is working a lot better than what it was. They have put in work because I have complained about this multiple times to them. Now you would want to add an image to this. So you've just grabbed a post from another place and you're curating content here. Now you're sharing content that you found that's good online with other people. We would just simply go to the images and type in digital marketing or marketing. And boom, we've got a whole bunch of marketing images here we could use for this post. Add the image. Again, for curating and getting stuff in front of people that's useful. Once I've added the hashtags, I'm in the wrong account. So let's change accounts. And the great thing about that, I didn't lose all my work. And it's still right there. So even though I was in the wrong account, everything got fixed, and I can go in and now and schedule this to my accounts that I want to put this out to. Next, I already know it's not very long. I can publish that now or go back into the schedule and say, oh, let's put that out for Friday at whatever time. Schedule, done. That post is scheduled and ready to go. And I can see what is coming up in the Post Manager tab. This will show what's scheduled, what's been posted, things that are in draft, and everything that's happened. You can actually go look at and view the individual places of where those were posted as well. So outstanding for managing content. The other part of this that I'm going to discuss is the area I really wanted to utilize was the RSS feed, and this is a newer account, so I don't have many feeds in here. But the RSS feed allows you, again, you could take your blog RSS feed from your own personal site and add that in here, or you can add somebody else's feed in here if there's content that you like that you want to share with your audience. As an example, this one here is for one of my sites, and I've been watching this to see how it works because there's been issues with it. When you first add an RSS feed in here, it goes and grabs a whole bunch of content. Let's go find one, see if we can find one here that will work. I'll just do my website. That's going to be feed anyway. Let me come back in here. Oops. Feeds. Let's see if that grabs the feed. It will go and look and discover the feed. And once you get a feed in here, they'll show the content of that feed, and then you can start importing it. But the problem, when you first import a feed, it imports everything, and it does it from furthest out to newest is last, which is an issue because if you want the latest content, it's actually at the end of the feed. So what I've had to do, and this is a bit of a pain, is to go in. So they're finally pulled in the feed, and you can look at it to see if it's correct. And if it looks like this is from the site you want it from, and it can be anybody's site, it does not have to be your site. This can be any RSS feed out there. You can click submit. and it will start pulling in that content in here for you to repost. Now, with automation, you don't necessarily, you can set that up so it does it automatically. But if you wanted to be able to comment on current content, then you could do it this way, where you could pull it in from a website, and then you could go ahead and select any of those posts and repost it out to all the social media sites that you would like to repost it to. So that's now been added. Now, if I want to be able to access that content, I'm going to go to Source Manager. So on the top here, you got your tops up here. And then you can choose which connection, which source. So I've already added my YouTube account, a blog account, and this one here. So I'll go and see if the blog stuff is there yet. It might still be trying to pull it in because I just did it. Oh, nope, it's there. So when it first pulls in RSS content, you can see the dates over here are all going to be the date that you put. Let me pull this up here. Well, it didn't pull in, like sometimes it will pull in like 5, 6, 7 pages of content. And the drawback to this is that the 7th page. So what I had to do to make this work for now is, because I have a site that I like, sites that I like to follow and then comment on, is like this one here. No posts are found, because yesterday when I pulled this in to this account, I went and posted some of the things I wanted to post and deleted it. Now I'm waiting to see if this new content will be added, if it's going to go grab the new content and post it here. So everything from here on out will be the latest content. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Because I've been dealing with this RSS feed connector for a while. Because if it works right, it allows you to follow any site you want and pull that content and then be able to quickly curate it and get it out to wherever you want to send it to. So that's the content feature.
Can you set parameters, Sam, for the content that it's bringing in, like 4 days, 2 days, a week, a month? You know,
that would be a great feature, but so far that is not the case. I mean, before it wasn't even pulling in the content and updating. I'm still waiting to see if this is going to update, because I pulled out all the content that it pulled in. Now I want to watch today and tomorrow, because I know this guy posts every day. So tonight I'll check to see if there's a new post here, because they've had issues with this RSS component, and they just did a launch, so they kind of put me off and says, well, the launch is almost over and we'll be getting back to fixing this. And I hope they do, because it's, for me, finding content and reposting and commenting on other content is part of the whole getting out there in front of people and building an audience without having to create everything on your own. So, and then you can set up, let me see if I go back here where I was. Connect.
It is so difficult to be creative all the time, isn't it? So if you can borrow other
people's,
and
there's nothing wrong with with commenting on other people's content, but it's
exactly the same as sharing.
That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as sharing on a Facebook wall or something. It's no different.
No, exactly. But this way, when you create it, you send it out to all your sources at once. So you can really do just about everything you need to do back here. And Karl, I wanted to ask you on this tool, I know there was an upgrade, but do you still have accounts for the old version of it as well?
Yes, I have.
Because that included the social deck and the monitoring that we have in the other account, where we don't have that in the new ones. We just have but we do have the automation, because you can actually monitor what's going on your social accounts from right here and see what's going on. And I think, let me see if I can pull up, that account's new, so. Go there. You can choose the page. And you can see what's happened on your page right in here. So you don't even have to log into Facebook. You can see if there's been comments here, people have posted, what if they've shared it, if you've got any shares on it or comments, that will show up inside of here. So again, it's another aspect of this tool. I haven't used this a lot yet because there's so much to this tool that I'm still learning how to use it and how to best utilize it in my own business. But the social deck and the monitoring and analytics, this I haven't used much either. Let's see here. Oh, so this is showing what's happening on the page. Actually, it's not showing the fans though. Oh, it's in the last 7 days, 30 days. That's not right because that just showed some there. But it does show your reach and what's happening and clicks and gives you some graphics
That's
like this.
That's updated now, Sam. That's updated.
For analyzing what's going on.
Yeah.
Wow, it even shows how many fans were online. Interesting. Wow, look at this, even demographics, male or female, where the clicks are coming from. So guys, this is kind of new to me because I hadn't spent a lot of time on here. This shows you the engagement on each post too. So pretty in depth. That's the older version, not a newer one that we have for the analytics and social deck, which is a very nice feature of this. And I haven't found outside of, on the older account, so this one we have Pinterest and Google My Business. The other account had pretty much everything else. And I'm going to log into an older account. I'll show you what I mean, because this is a newer account. Let me log out. And this is my older original account through Karl. And I don't have the...
Well, actually, you have.
No, on this one, I don't have the upgrade on.
Ah, okay, because I asked him to upgrade you. You remember you asked for this by mistake, and I put in the request, but it seems like they didn't do it.
Yeah, and that's okay. I wanted just to show that if you have the older account, you won't have these two, but you will have the automation, social deck on the left-hand side, and the monitoring and analytics. You will have that all in this account without upgrading to the newer version. And I haven't seen, minus these two right here, I have not seen a big difference, because when you come over to Compose, you still have the ability to upload videos, which is a fairly new feature. So it seems like the older version of this software is pretty much the same as the newer version, minus Pinterest and Google My Business.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it does. It seems to function the same. And with the older version, Karl, like I said, we have the monitoring and social deck built into it. So it's a nice addition. That's a nice part of this tool. So that's how you can take a couple of these tools again, utilizing the video dashboard that we have in the club to create great looking videos very quickly, short ones. You can take them and combine them. So you can make one, you can take a couple templates and combine them, download them, connect them together if you have any sort of video editing software. If you don't, just start making some simple ones and putting them out to your audiences. It won't take you very long to come in here and create and edit, and then
very interesting. So yeah, thank you very much for that. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that viral dashboard was as comprehensive as that, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I've looked at the sales page, but that is.
I actually personally upgraded to this for the agency because I want to sell accounts to this.
Yeah.
I like it so much. I think the interface is great. If you look at this interface, these guys develop great looking tools that are easy to use.
Yeah.
It's very similar to, do I have it open? I thought I did, to Royal Stock. This is our Royal Stock account. Oh, and that brings up one last point of this. When you're in the projects and you're doing, if you're inside of like a TikTok or a video of that shape, if you're in the shape of stories, right here, and you want to replace a video, you can come into Royal Stock and go under, find high HD stock videos. Find me out. That's fine. And then put in what you're looking for. Actually, we'll just look through some of these so I don't take the time here. And you can look at the dimensions of these, and some of these have the dimension, the long dimensions. You do have to scan through. Trying to find one. No. But you get the idea. You can look through here, find videos
substitute
that are the right dimension.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not fine. There's one right there. So here's an example of a tall video that you could drop into a story. So you could utilize this and put this as a background in one of those story templates that are that size.
Yeah.
A little time consuming, but if you really want to get detailed on your creation process for videos of that size, they do have some in here. You just have to look through, and of course you can search here. Let's go marketing. Since I'm a marketing kind of guy.
Can you search by size?
Unfortunately, that would be great if you could. It would save all the time. Like here's one here. You can see by the size of it, and then they have the different size, the different. So this would be a great one if you're doing marketing, to have that running in the background while you're having text on one of the templates. Here you can just swap it out and drop that video in behind it, and use a really nice high, pretty decent image here, video quality.
Yeah.
And they do have. I haven't been through them as much. They do have some. Where are they? Oh, those were the high def ones.
Yeah.
I thought they had 4K. Oh, they do up here. Here it is.
Yeah.
They do have some 4K stuff too. Some really high def videos. If you wanted to use, but I haven't bothered. I've got enough in here inside of the regular videos that are in here that are.
Yeah, I think these kind of things, that high definition. If you're going into a commercial company, you're wanting to produce that higher res, aren't you? But for the day-to-day Joe public, the lower resolutions works fine.
Yeah, I mean, well, these are high def, so these are still outstanding quality. You look at this guy on the motorcycle. I mean, that's pretty outstanding quality right there. If you guys are seeing it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
I just got my bike out of the shed today and fell twice on ice. I dropped it twice trying to get it out. I'm so anxious. We still have snow and ice out here.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah. I right on the edge of like this little tent thing we keep them in for the winter. I was driving it out, and
spring has definitely
put a board under it, and it hit the ice and went down. And
spring has definitely sprung for us today. Actually, it's been wonderful today, and hopefully it's going to be the same next week.
Unfortunately, where I live, we're still looking at another solid 10 days of cold weather.
Well, Sam, thanks ever so much once again for that. And what I'll try and do, I'll try and find time to chop these up into segments so we can actually build them as those particular items, and create something where people they can act as tutorials, can't they, for members? You know, if that's unfamiliar with some of the things, and just picking up those little bits and pieces is always useful. Sorry.
And Dave, you can edit out my trial and errors and
exactly. Well, you know, when we've got some of those moments of silence and things, it doesn't need to be there. We just need the content, the interesting items, and work on that.
If you have time to do it, otherwise you can.
Well, I know it's going. My work's going to start quietening down at the end of March, because the guy I've been working with. He's been really quite busy doing the training for the doctors and things, and he's been occupying my time like 4 days a week, which by the time when he finished being in front of this screen like this for 6 hours a day, 4 days a week, you want a break from it. And so I haven't been as active as what I'd like to be, but that's going to quieten down come the end of March. the budgets have been spent and it's the beginning of a new financial year, so it always goes quiet on the training side of things. So hopefully I'll get some more time and start to develop it. But it's always fascinating to see how people are using it, and Sam, it's great. I think you must be one of the most proficient members we've got. I think with Karl, who sources everything, and then you just take it to town and task it and use it. So it's brilliant.
There are very few new products coming out, I can say. That's it's a lot of repetition, a lot of.
Well, I think this is one of the things it's easy to get bogged down in, isn't it? Where we're always searching for that best item, when very often we've got some of the best tools in front of us anyway. We just need to knuckle down and utilise them. What say you, Jill? Good. Do you use many of the tools, Jill? I mean, do you have your own little skills and tips and tricks that you utilise, or do you just like I do, like looking at the different things and thinking how we could use them?
I've dabbled in a lot then.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a fantastic dabbler, me. Yeah, I have lots of ideas, terrific ideas, but putting them into action is somewhat.
Well, that was the purpose with the club, so I'm glad to hear that it works. But you should know one thing. But for many of the accounts, I can see how active you are.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have some reward.
Oh, that's it. Gamification. Let's gamify the club. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
What's interesting about.
I can tell there are a lot of accounts that I created but not even activated. But again, that's the purpose of the club.
Yeah, it's
well, not really, but
tools come and go too. I mean, we're starting to see. I mean, it's amazing. I couldn't believe when I found that video dashboard tool, and I was shocked when I got in there. I'm like, wow, that works great. It's been in the club for 2 years. I didn't even know it was there. So
I think
there's an element of knowing. I'm trying to put together when I'm going through things, the idea is Karl knows a lot of the good developers, and developers come and go, and there's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of repetition coming too, that there is in tools. It's funny about ideas as well as I came across one last night. I had some domains that I wanted to sell off. I'm like, okay, I'm not really using these. And a couple of them were very valuable, and I had an idea on one. We have a city in Maine here called, it's our only city I would consider in Maine. It's Portland, Maine, and it's a foodie city, and it over the last 10, 15 years has grown in great popularity because of the food, outstanding food.
Yeah.
And so I bought a domain, I don't know, I think it was 5 years ago, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to build a directory site for all these food places and then sell the advertising to them. And build a beautiful directory site for Portland, Maine restaurants. I looked up the keyword Portland, Maine restaurants, and there was like 50,000 searches a month. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I looked and I found the exact domain as well. And I'm like, well, that's a win-win. People are already typing this, and I have the exact domain. Put some work into that, and I'll have all the traffic I want. And even this, so I looked at it last night. I hadn't done anything with it. I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to put this up for sale. I'm going to go kind of get an idea of how much it may be worth. And then I did a keyword search last night for Portland, Maine restaurants, and it's up to 75,000 searches a month. And there's sub phrases like best Portland, Maine restaurants, and that's 22,000 searches. And this is not a big city. This is a city of, I don't know, maybe 120,000 people. But so many people come and visit that they're looking for the restaurants because there's so many good ones in a small city, and it's kind of a fun small city. But I'm like shaking in my head like, why didn't I execute on that 4 years ago? I'd probably be making $20,000 a month and selling advertising on the website.
I know. Hindsight's a great tool, isn't it?
I looked at that last night and I'm like, wow.
Best result I ever had on selling a domain was the one I very first registered when I started working for myself, doing this somewhat 20 years ago. itsforyou.com. That was my business, my company, and everything did all right. Then it went. I stopped doing and trading like that, and then a company from Luxembourg contacted me with it and asked me if I'd sell it. Because I'm not using it, so it wasn't worth it. So I sold it for a couple of £1,000, and they just snapped it up. I know. I was a little bit nervous, you know. He's handing over when you're going to get paid, so I did it in stages, in 2 separate payments, you know, on completion, etc. And it worked. But you're right, Sam. There's a lot of money to be made with the domains if you're in the right place at the right time. But
yeah, I've unfortunately let a lot of them go, and I had another one, freeseotips.com, way back in the day. That domain today probably would be worth, I don't know, $30,000.
I know.
Because of the traffic that's around that, because people type in that phrase, free SEO tips.
Yeah.
And there's so much traffic around.
And I think that's where we're at the stage in our lives where we're at, Sam, because we sort of, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? But I'm happy. I wouldn't change anything, you know. So
exactly.
I don't have the headaches like some people are going to have in business, and I can sleep at night with a clear conscience, and I think that's a big thing for me, you know. So, well,
I've got one domain up right now. It's a 5-letter domain that I bought years ago. I think I paid $4,000 for it.
Yeah.
It was drnet, drnet.com.
Right.
And that I got different views of it because I put it up for sale and anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000. So we'll see.
Yeah.
US dollars.
Ooh, you go for it. You go for it.
I'm not really using it, and I'm not going to do anything with it at this point. So
Well,
we'll see if
what I'm going to suggest is, I think 2 weeks frequency might be a little bit short, you know, because there's not a lot of new things coming out. We've made ourselves available for people if they want to come on. So what I would suggest is we do it again in 4 weeks' time, and maybe publicise it a little bit more. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that at all.
I think it's a great idea. And Sam and everyone else, if you continue to push out your videos like you do in the group, that's a good idea also, and I will also be more active with that. So that will sort of take care of that part.
Yeah.
We still didn't decide about let's say alternative to the Facebook group.
Right. I looked at that one last week. Was it I forgot his name. I mean, Israel. Eli.
Eli had his was it he with a wow?
Wow, yeah, I tried it. I wasn't overly impressed with it. It looked fine to start with, but I don't know. I think one of the things is there are so many different ones out there now, and I think they're all being watered down. When we had just the likes of Facebook and Twitter, it was one or the other or both. Now we've got the WhatsApp and the other ones and the TikToks and the Instagrams, and I think it's watering down everything. So I don't know if there is a one that stands out, to be perfectly honest. I think it's what suits you and what the majority of the people are on, who you want to communicate with. I think that's one of the difficulties, Karl.
Well, I think I'm trying to, Karl, do you remember the one I sent to you?
Yeah, I had that open, but I think I closed it again.
I was trying to find it too. I was just looking for it. And the thing about that, I think you put it on your own server, I think. And that's something to consider moving forward, where things are going, is to have control of your assets.
I think that's a good.
Can you put it on your own site and control what's going on? Because
what you mean, running your own social media, having your own social media platform?
I think it was an AppSumo. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was an AppSumo.
Yeah. I would imagine there's loads in GitHub, you know, that we could get and copy and either put it on a VPS or something. I mean, I've still got VPS space on that one. On that
Oh, here it is.
That was a ook.
Yeah, I just
right?
found it.
Yeah.
Let me
okay.
pull it into the.
Yeah, I mean something like that for club members, and then if a member is requiring something or something is of interest, we think maybe of interest for members, sort of link it up. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, this was it here, and it was interesting. And I think you can put this on your own. The only thing about this is the developers, from what I saw, I don't know how active they are, who they are. So that's pretty important. But it was very nice interface. I've been in it. I signed up for it and was in the back end of it. Talking about gamification, there's actually gamification inside of this as well.
Yeah.
That you can do. It was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting option. There's the gamification here. Leaderboard ranks for what you're doing in the group. You can give out rewards. The interface was pretty clean, pretty good. I just don't know these developers well enough and how active they are. But I believe you could put this on. No, it looks like it's stored on there. Members and storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to. It's for. It's not for storing or installing on your own server. That's I checked that also.
Yeah, that would have been nice if it was.
I'll do a scour of GitHub and see if there's anything on there worthy of having a look at. I'm sure that I bet there is. I bet there is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
I think it's important.
It's
not on your own server.
It's not like we're wanting to take on the world with it. It's just a tool for working together, isn't it? And ensuring that you can stay in contact, Carl, because when you go on holiday, it might be a bit different.
Now, when you say it, just wonder if 20i has something built in.
All right.
I will check that.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen and ladies, it's 11 o'clock. I think it's getting close to my bedtime if it's not already there. And Sam, I did smile when you give me a nudge to see where I was tonight. But then I realised, your clock changed last week, didn't they? And ours go this weekend. So.
The funny thing is, our politicians can't seem to do anything right over here right now. But they went ahead and passed a law to get rid of this changing.
I understand.
That's finally gone.
Yeah,
I never really understood it because up here would be where we live. It'd be dark by 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Can we just leave it alone?
But you have 3 of your own time zones anyway, don't you? It's you've got your Eastern, Central.
Well, including Hawaii, 5 or 6. So three main ones.
We're very simple, Jill, aren't we? We just go from Greenwich Mean Time to British Summertime. But we're easy.
We're just all super complex over here.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay.
Well, guys, it was great seeing you all.
Likewise, it's I welcome these couple of hours. Actually, I think it's very. I find it very, very useful. Very useful. Because I mean, there's lots of things go off in my head most of the time. But shouldn't I? But just to see other people doing it gives a bit of inspiration, and I'm very grateful for that. So.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy to see that we have members who use something from the club also.
Oh, I definitely use it, Carl. I've put all my clients and the websites and everything I do is on our hosting package. I've moved everything. Yeah. I got rid of 123 Reg altogether. But that was hard. They kept billing me for things and I could not. I've had to ensure that all my accounts and everything linked to it is being blocked from because they just kept taking it, and I could not get it back from them. Very bad.
Yeah, I had the same. I used to be on them too, but
Yeah.
moving now everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
just the hosting alone, it's worth actually.
oh, absolutely,
everything.
absolutely. It saves me an absolute fortune, and I can do anything at all that I want to do. And that's the other beauty of it. You don't have to put a ticket into.
If you are into high level, there's a new interface you should be aware of.
I
maybe
am
will take
working.
some
I am
time.
working with high level. I am working with high level. I like that
The
very much.
bad thing with that, I thought that I would be able to install those sites I just showed you
Yeah.
into to import them into high level, but it's not possible.
Oh, the HTML aspect of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will try to find something in the agency admin area,
Yeah.
but I didn't manage yet. But if you have something on the ClickFunnels, they can actually import ClickFunnels. But
Yeah.
Wow.
I had ClickFunnels for a while. Then it broke, and then I never really reinvigorated it or reinstalled it. I've always managed with the bits and pieces that I've got, but yeah,
I just
interesting.
want to say also about AllClick, it's coming. It seems like this guy, Robert, his products are always in beta version some way or another. But AllClick is, of course, it's a huge product.
Yeah.
But I have, so you can actually get 100 agency accounts there, but I have to charge you for it. So yeah, but it's a one-time charge.
Yeah,
So it's not.
it's
So-
to be fair, Carl. It's pennies at the end of the day. I'm just grateful that I've got access to some of them, because I could be spending a lot of money chasing some of these myths.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, but anyhow, that's a good thing. There is also Sam. I actually had that what's called the uSign video thing, video campaigner. You
Yeah.
remember you asked me about it?
Yeah.
I actually have it
Ah, you do.
twice. But they have 30 sub accounts there, so I will put that out an offer. It's actually not a big different towards what we have in.
Is it similar to
import.
Interactor?
Yeah, it's called video campaigner. Let's see if I.
That's
Right,
made
is
my
that-
days. Not
is-
just me then
have you-
that buys things twice, because
Spent any time inside of Interactor? Is it pretty similar to Interactor?
No, it's not. It's actually more similar to this Mingo
with Mingo.
and Videoman and those. So it's pop-up videos. It's different kind of marketing things that you can overlays, and so it's a display, different kind of display variants and different kind of overlay variants for video. So it's and it's no hosting.
I must say,
So you have to host it yourself.
on the VidMingo, I did think it allowed you to stream live video, but it doesn't, does it? It doesn't. Yeah.
I think so.
No.
Which one?
Record it.
Yeah, you got to record it. They're playing on the word they stream. Once you've recorded it, you can let it go. But I thought you could actually live stream, but you can't. You got to record it, and then I think that's what they're talking about, is actually being able to record your live whatever it is you're doing. I think there's a play on words there. So
Well, that's a tool, Carl, we don't have in the club. It's a really good live streaming tool. The stream up went bust up. That went.
well, I am
guys
looking.
over at Mintware.
I am looking at a GitHub one, Sam, and this is what I was talking about before. A little bit like the Netflix, where you can actually program content and things like that, and do a live stream.
I had one on Upsumo, which seemed to be not bad.
Yeah, well, this is
Yeah, I looked at that.
this I could put onto a VPS, and so we've got full control of that, and you can sell the content as well. So I'll have a look at it, and if I can get it to work, we can have a look at that maybe and see what people think. It's it's a free open source package. It's just a case of setting it up technically, which a little bit of practice, that's half the fun, isn't it? It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle, trying to make it work.
Yeah, well, OBS is pretty powerful for live streaming.
Oh, I love the OBS. Yeah. Love OBS.
They're still doing pretty well with that.
Yeah.
It does work. It just there's a lot of time to build all your scenes and everything.
Yeah.
To get everything right. It's very time.
Yeah.
I like stuff that you can do quickly, like video dashboard. You can go in there and set up your posts for the next.
Yeah. One of the problems that I've had with the stream, because I tended to use them when I was doing live shows, live radio shows, and things like that, and the interactive shows. And of course, if anything you're using, be it Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, it gets ripped down straight away if you're using somebody else's content. They've got the robots sitting there waiting to rip it down, and it just spoils the. It's not like you're profiteering from it. It's you're just entertaining and putting things out there, but they just jump on you if it's the content that's registered and linked with them. So it's a bit frustrating. So that's why I'm looking at a different means. It's a not-for-profit type thing. Right, gentlemen and lady, Jill, it's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure.
I'm glad you were here.
Yeah, and I will schedule it. Sorry, Jill.
I say it was inspiring.
Good. Well, don't be afraid to share your views, and if there's anything at all in the future you want us to cover, just let Karl know, or Sam.
Yeah, and as I always say, if you find something that you think is suitable for the club, just let me know.
Yeah, eyes and ears for you. Okay,
all right.
I'm going to close down.
Thank you as always.
Not at all.
Always for your hosting.
Absolute pleasure. It's I love it. And so till the next time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is me saying farewell from the BBC.
See you later.
Well, Karl, keep us informed with your movements, of course, and let's just let's hope everything goes well.
Yeah,
for you.
I will stay in Sweden now for a while. It's Russia is not a place to be in right now. So.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. What about your wife? Because your wife's business is mostly your wife's business over there, isn't it?
It's in Russia. That's a problem right now with transport, and they are closing borders. It's a
headache.
Yeah. Now we have to find Chinese, Indian products and everything, but
All right. Well, we wish you the very, very best, and good luck to you.
Europe is still okay, so that's fine.
Good night.
Okay.
God bless.
Thank you. Good
Stay
night,
safe.
everyone.
Stay well.
Yeah.
Bye all. Bye-bye.
Bye.